Hi, Joe.
Hi, Hillary. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, I got a question for you. Or
Uh,
I'll ask some other time.
okay.
Professor Stevens.
Hello.
Hi, it's John Martin. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I scheduled a doctor's appointment a couple weeks ago, just by date, not by day, and it's at 4:15. So would it be okay with you if I left about 4:10?
Oh, yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to miss the meeting, but I'm here now.
Great. And I heard you talked to Janine and you got your Glyme all set up.
Yes, I got it figured out. I didn't realize there was an issue with the internet browser.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell people because we went through it a little while ago. And so I just wanted to make sure that the steps were correct for you.
Well, is that something you had told us before, that Firefox doesn't work? Or maybe I just missed that.
I don't think so. I don't typically use Firefox, so I didn't even think it would be an issue because it didn't even occur to me.
Okay. All right.
So where are you in AS 120 approximately? I guess everybody, whoever's teaching it.
I'm doing 121.
That's right.
I'm doing 120 and 121, and then 120 we're in flight instruments.
I'm still keying in 120. I'm about the same place, flight instruments.
So is that, remind me approximately what unit that is?
Oh, it's like chapter 6 or so.
So have you taken the midterm yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And when's your final approximately, you think?
It won't be until December.
Okay. Because are you having a difficulty with finding the quizzes and the quiz answers and questions and that kind of thing?
Well, this is my second year teaching it, so I've kind of got everything taken care of.
Okay.
I'm doing weekly tests that I make up myself. I'll use the final from ERAU. I'll use that same final, but as far as weekly, I give them weekly exams on every chapter.
Good. Yeah, I pretty much do the same. But I know that not all of the answers are on the Canvas.
I make up my own tests.
So then you don't have a problem.
No problem. And I use the Gleam in the 121, but I don't use it in 120.
Right, right. Same here.
Okay.
Cool. And so I hope everyone got the roster verification email from Terry. Okay.
Yes.
Good. And so she wants you just to print it out if there is a correction that needs to be made, and then write in like what needed to be changed, and then sign it and send it back. So if nothing needs to be changed, then you can just do like a PDF signature if you really want, and then send it back. Otherwise, print out whatever needs to be altered, somebody added, somebody dropped, and then send it back. Like I had a student that had to drop, but because it was past the drop period, now it's considered a withdrawal. But a withdrawal is better than an F.
I have a question about the 121 roster.
Okay, yeah.
I have a student that dropped out last week, but he had actually never registered and just didn't tell me he didn't register. So he was technically never in the class. Do I still need to continue listing him on the attendance like we're supposed to if someone leaves midstream?
So then what you can do is, it's kind of up to you, to be honest, but because it's one of those courses that if the student was there for a little bit of it, it could count in the future as though he was there. So you can take what he has done and move it to like the third line below everybody else's name.
Okay.
And then just put, you know, some type of remark of that he dropped on this day.
Okay.
Because that's for
But is it really considered a drop? Is it really considered a drop if he was never in it? Because he's a return student from last year, so he had already done an application. He just never did the registration for this year.
Was he physically in your 121 class?
Yeah, he was physically in there.
Then, I mean, it's kind of for his benefit, because what that Excel spreadsheet is for the FAA, and the registration is for Riddle.
Okay.
So
I'm not sure it benefited because he stopped turning in work. He had an F in the class when he left, so.
Yeah, it might just be better to totally just delete that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, because usually if you keep them in for a certain amount of time, then they can get kind of like credit for that. So if they do it next year.
Right.
But it sounds like he might just be better.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. I can't believe he waited that long. You know, 7 weeks into the course, he decides, I don't really want to do this. But he never registered, and he knew he didn't register. He just didn't say anything.
Oh, yes. I know all about those fun communication discussions.
Yeah.
So that was from Terry. And the other thing, if there are any incomplete or missing paper applications, then Terry should have sent you an email. So if you have an email, then, excuse me, then you need to have your students fill out that form with their social security number and the guidance counselor signature and their parent signature, that one. And that has to be in by Friday also. Otherwise, the student won't get the college credit.
Okay.
If you did not get an email from Terry, then you're good. So no comment is a good comment.
I came in at the end of the discussion about withdrawing or dropping completely the class. Were you guys discussing dates on that and how that's done? I have one that, I mean, I don't know that my guidance counselor would let them do anything else, and honestly, he's probably not going to college, and he's not doing great in the class. I have one, and I mean, I'm sure he would be interested in that if he could. Again, though, there may not be anything else to do with him. He may be in here anyway, even if he drops the college credit.
Yeah, that would be my option to you, is that I would say he would have to then withdraw from the course. But I have a student in a similar situation where he dropped the class like last week, and he did register for it. But if he doesn't come, then obviously he's not going to do the test and he will fail it.
Right.
So I had to withdraw him, and that's, you know, it's a double-edged sword, but it's the better of two evils kind of thing, the lesser of two.
And I'm just, you know, if there's nowhere else for him to go on campus, then he may, you know, they may want him to stick it out and try not to fail the thing. And I think that's where he is with the thing. I believe he has spoken to our guidance counselor, and they're like, well, you're in it now, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And he's fully capable. I mean, he's just not putting out the effort. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he does.
Because I usually sit aside for, you know, 3 or 5 minutes and just like lay it down. I'm like, hey, buddy, you know, this is your future. If you insist on not trying, then.
Oh, yeah. We've had some heart-to-hearts. Yeah.
And then.
He's sort of my work in progress in all of his classes since I've been here. So, anyway.
He likes you.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'd give him that option for him to withdraw it, and then he would be doing it, so you can just walk him through the computer part of it so that he knows he's physically doing it versus you just telling him one way or another.
Okay.
But if anyone else has a different opinion, then that's what we're here for. So then the other thing, just like the other announcement, was John, Martin, and I discussed it, but I'm not sure if you guys knew what we were talking about. We were looking at the Glime, and some of the software doesn't necessarily correspond well with a particular browser. So if you're not getting kind of the results you want, then try it in a different browser and see if that works. Because it was Firefox, right, John, that didn't work?
Correct.
Yeah, so John tried
Google
the
Chrome
Glime,
works just fine.
but Chrome worked, you said. And I'm sure Internet Explorer works also for Glime if you're in the 121.
Okay, I haven't tried that one. And I'm going to sign out now. Sorry.
Okay, have fun at your doctor's appointment.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Let's see. I started observations last week. So I did one last week or the week before, and I'm going to do one this week. I'm trying to stay in Jacksonville so I don't have to mix too much time right now. But ultimately, I'm going to visit, I think, about 12 of you by the end of this semester. So Robert Lynn, I just need to get his times. I don't think you're on here. And Scott Erickson, I don't think either of you are on. But I get to see you guys bright and early some days. Yay. We have a raised hand. Ooh, look, I like that. That's pretty cool. What's up, Jeff? Are you there, Jeff? Can't hear you at all. So Jeff, for some reason your mic isn't working. Do you want to type it? You can do, if it's not like super long, you can do a chat. So I think most of you guys were on the meeting last week. Did you feel like it was too long going with everyone's like high and low? Was that kind of long? Joe, yes, you're shaking your head. I know it was that's what I had a feeling for. It was gonna be a little dragged out, but I kind of wanted to get everybody's perspective. So if you have a more efficient way of doing that, tell me.
How about in the interest of time, instead of doing everybody, just do half of the participants at a time?
And then should I have them like sign off kind of thing, or what do you think?
No, just do half group this time and half group at the next time.
Because it's just hard because not necessarily everyone will be on the phone, you know?
Or address issues that anybody might have.
Because I just have a feeling that some people won't speak up in a group. I don't know. Or maybe we can type it out or something if they have an issue. But I don't have anything. Luckily, there's no more work for you guys to do from my end. So yay! Do you guys have any questions or comments or anything to Embry-Riddle that maybe you want to relay or you want me to? We are doing a table for open house. And I think I'm going to get some of the students that have previously been ACA or GATES, and then they'll be at the table and man it for a little bit and give a tour or two and, you know, kind of welcome the students in.
Hillary.
Yes.
Any word or what's the latest on the Inspire training? Have you heard anything from Josh?
Josh has been out of the office for almost 3 weeks.
Wow.
2 or so, 3 weeks even. I'm not sure. I know some of it was personal vacation-y kind of time, and I know that he's been traveling to the Panhandle and Miami. So I have not heard anything more on the Inspire, but I'll send him an email because lately when I send him an email, it just bounces back immediately that he's away. But I'll do it again. Why not?
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, because I'm in the same boat. I want to learn about that too. Well, since we have nothing, I mean, I guess I'm good if you guys are good. This wasn't like a mandatory meeting or anything. It was kind of just to make sure that you feel like you have some connection to Riddle and that I am here for you and you feel good.
Oh, good. I'll see you next week.
See ya. And Paul J. No, it was a different person.
Hey, Hillary, it looks like Colleen and maybe Art may be coming over to Charlotte County later this month to talk about next year's offerings. So certainly if you can team up with them and come over, we'd love to have you over here.
Do you know when that is?
Yeah, Colleen was going to take a look at later in October, but if your schedule is weird, I would certainly understand. You're pretty busy.
Yeah, but I'll see when they're doing it. We have a NACEP conference in Denver towards the end of the month. So I'm not sure when they're thinking, but it's from about the 23rd to the 28th. So they definitely will not be coming pretty much 26th through the 28th. Those are like the 3 main days. So that's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. So don't expect them then, at least.
Yeah, it's just that locally they want to start determining what the offerings will be next year so they can start scheduling.
Wow, that's really in advance.
Well, they start scheduling in December.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty quick. You're already planning for next year.
So, anyway, you're welcome if it works.
Yeah, I'll look into it, but just because of the NACEP conference, I'm pretty sure that my substitute teaching ability, my subs are going to love that. But yeah, I'll look
next time.
Thanks. And your EAA is going well?
Oh, yeah. And I had over 35 students attend a little fly-in at the local Grass Airport. So it's going well here.
That sounds awesome. Did you take a picture?
I sent it off to Janine.
Good, yeah, and just like write a little paragraph about it so we can.
Already done.
Yeah, awesome. Perfect.
Okay. See you next week.
Okay, bye. Thanks for coming. Bye, guys.